What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gag with Geach. My name is Will, your favorite Geechy boy, and today we're going to talk about 6 habits that you're probably doing that's keeping you broke or hindering you from saving money. Now, before we get into it, a lot of these things, most of everybody already know. They've been said a million times before, but sometimes we need to hear things repeatedly so that it'll stick. So we're going to dive into it. This is my spin on things. Now, let me say I'm not no financial guru or expert, but I am debt free. So I feel like I can give these tips because I've done them myself. The first habit that you're probably doing that's keeping you broke is buying designer goods, knowing you can't afford it. Now, I have designer goods. There's nothing wrong with buying designer if that's what you want. But if you don't have the money to do that, I don't think it's wise to buy designer items. Plus, you know, a lot of times when people buy designer, they just trying to keep up with the trends or keep up with these celebrities that they follow, which a lot of times the celebrities be wearing fake stuff, even they self. Or, you know, them celebrities, they getting paid and sponsored to wear that stuff. So these companies send them product. So don't be buying designer goods knowing you can't afford it. And I know they got a lot of these afterpay services like, you know, Afterpay or Klarna and things like that. I don't think it's wise to use them because you're just going to dig yourself deep and deep in debt. And a lot of people think it's cool to use those services because they say, oh, it's interest free. Yes, it may be quote unquote interest free, but you just digging yourself further and further into a hole when you use those buy now, pay later services. So I personally don't think it's smart to use them. Listen, if you don't have the money to buy that designer stuff, don't buy it. Don't be trying to keep up with trends. Because guess what? I have designer stuff and I can even say, even after buying that stuff, it does nothing for you. It don't change your life. It don't improve your life. For me, I'll only buy the designer goods that I actually like. And if I do buy designer stuff, I'm only buying it if it's on sale. If it's not on sale, I'm not buying it. But with me buying it, if I really want something, I will save up for it. So I think it's important to save up for something if you really want it versus putting it on one of those buy now, pay later services. The second habit that you're probably doing that's keeping you broke is going out drinking so much alcohol. Now, there's nothing wrong with going out with your friends, having you a few cocktails, but when you're doing it excessively, and I know where I live at, is these restaurants, they are taxing you. Like now it's to the point where cocktails are going upward of $20 to most restaurants here. And I don't go out unless it's a happy hour. And my friends know, especially with me now, I want to manage my finances better instead of just going out and balling until I fall. I don't want to do that. So I'm managing my finances better. And one of the things I told my friends, like, if a restaurant or a bar or something don't have a happy hour, then I'm going to sit that out. Like, you don't even have to invite me to it because to be going to some of these restaurants and paying upwards of $20 for a cocktail, I just think that's crazy. And now a lot of these restaurants, what I'm noticing they're doing now is they're putting, let's say you order a margarita, right? And the margarita is $15. Well, they'll put, when you get your bill back, it'll have a breakdown. $12 for the shot and $3 for the margarita mix. And I think that's just crazy because what happens to a margarita just being a margarita? Like, that's crazy to me. But anyway, I think, you know, it's nothing wrong with having a few drinks if you're going to go out and have you a good time. But don't overspend on the liquor. Don't overspend with liquor. And that was something I had to learn because I would go out and I would spend so much money a month. And when I really go through my bank statements and checking on everything I spent on, it's really just alcohol. So cut back on the alcohol, I think, and, you know, save you some money. Another thing that goes into eating out all the time. Just segue right into that point. Eating out all the time. So that's number 3. I've started to cook my own food at home and I've been enjoying it. And not also with me cutting back with eating out all the time, I've noticed that my body is changing. So when I used to go out all the time, I used to stay bloated because I used to eat out like every day, a couple times a day. But now that I've been taking a step back and wanting to do better by my finances, I've been cooking my own food. And I notice I don't be as bloated, you know, like I used to when I used to eat out so much. And my body just feels better because I just eat better food and real food that's not cooked in bulk at a restaurant that got all this added stuff in it. So yeah, the number 3 was stop eating out so much. Cook your own food if you can. I'm not saying never go out to eat, go out to eat, certain times, certain special occasions. I'm not saying never go out to eat. If you have the funds to go out to eat, definitely go out and enjoy yourself. But cook your own food. Stay home sometimes. It's okay. You can find stuff to do at home. The fourth habit that's probably keeping you broke is you maxing out your credit cards. Now, I think it's smart to just pay off your credit card. If you're going to use a credit card, you got to be smart about it. Put something like gas or something on your credit card. Put some gas in your car, swipe your credit card, and pay your credit card off every month. Credit cards are not a bad thing if they're used wisely. But just going into credit card debt, spending it carelessly. Now, I know we in hard economic times, and some people, unfortunately, have to put like food and stuff for their families on credit card. But I would say if you can, try not to go into credit card debt. It's just like I was speaking about earlier with the Klarna and the Afterpay. Like, you don't need all that stuff. Like, it's just getting you further and further in debt. It's just burying yourself. So if you can pay off your credit cards, if you can pay them off now, try to pay more than the minimum balance, but just try not to dig yourself into credit card debt because it's going to overwhelm you and it's going to stress you out. Credit card debt is just not fun. I know I paid thousands of dollars off in credit card debt and I never look back to that. So try to get rid of the credit card debt if you can. The fifth bad money habit that you're probably doing that's most likely keeping you broke is you do not have separate bank accounts for your leisure activities and for your bills. Now, I know a lot of people, and I've spoken with some of my friends, a lot of them have their bills coming out the same account that they use for the money they use to go enjoy their life with. I personally think it's smarter if you separate the two, because a few years ago I used to have all my bills coming out the same account that I would use to go swipe and have fun with. And I noticed when I separated them, not only did it help me save money, it was just better for me. Like, I have all my bills in one account. I have an account for my bills, and I have all those bills on auto pay. So I don't even worry about that account. They're all on auto pay. I know they're going to come out and the bills are going to be taken care of. And then I have a separate account for my leisure activities, for my traveling, for my, if I want to eat out, if I want to go out with my friends. So I just have my account separate. So I think it's very smart to have those accounts separate. Don't have all your money coming out of one account, because it's too easy to overspend when you have all your money coming out of one account. You thinking, because some of these companies, they don't take their money out till late. Like, I know if you have some things on auto pay, the companies, they won't take their money out for that bill until later. And then if you got all your money coming out the same account, you done went and had you a good time and spent your light bill money and you wasn't even trying to, because you had everything in the same account. So if you can, just separate the accounts from your leisure and from your bills. 2 separate accounts. Do that immediately. I think it would be wise. I've done it. Number 6, last but not least, the last habit that you have that's probably keeping you broke, or habit to where you can't save money, is simply you are trying to keep up with the Joneses. Well, these days, it ain't even the Joneses no more. Everybody trying to keep up with the Kardashians. And I just feel like, don't do that. Like I said, social media is fake. Stop trying to keep up with the trends. Keeping up with everybody on social media. Everybody on social media is just posting the highlights of their life. It's all just a highlighted reel. Nobody's showing you the bad sides of their life. Nobody's showing you that the lights off. Nobody's showing you that they can't pay their bills. Nobody's showing you that their car got repossessed. They are only showing you the good sides. And now I know a lot of people is doing this thing where they're going into credit card debt just to take trips. Like, I get it. Enjoy your life. Life is hard and life is also short, and we want to enjoy our life as much as we can. But I don't think it's worth going into credit card debt just to take a trip. Because what's going to happen is you're going to plan a trip. You're going to put that trip on a credit card, and then you're going to already go on that trip. And even after you get back off of that trip, guess what? You're still going to be stuck paying that credit card off that you used to pay for that trip. So yeah, just stop keeping up with the Kardashians. Like, just live your life, live your real life. You know, I know life is life and for everybody. Life is hard for everybody. But, you know, everything is not permanent. You'll get up out of this situation. You'll be in a better financial situation in the future. You just really got to work for it and just stop some of the habits that may be keeping you broke, and you'll be fine. So, again, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Gag with Geach. Again, these are 6 habits that are keeping you broke. And, you know, I'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye.